Good Monday morning, everybody. Today is January 20th. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's also Inauguration Day. And it's also Winter Storm Albatross Day. I'm Roger Susanin.
And I'm Caitlin Francis. Yes, obviously we're very busy here at Channel 3. If you're just waking up with us, here are 3 things you need to know right now about Winter Storm Albatross. First of all, it's in the rear view, thankfully, but 8 flights out of Bradley. I believe I just checked in, 7 flights were canceled this morning. We had a couple of delays as well, in addition to some incoming flights that have been delayed. So you want to check ahead before you leave the house.
That's right. Also, we have seen the power outage numbers creep up this morning. Eversource currently reporting that 341 homes and businesses are in the dark right now across Connecticut.
And of course, there are parking bans across many cities and towns here. You got to keep an eye on the bottom of your screen. All that information is scrolling. Also, you can find everything updated on the WFSB app. Make sure you clear the snow off your car, though, if you are heading out, because that could result in a ticket if you don't. And we continue to bring you team coverage here on the Wax on this First Alert Weather Day, giving you the very latest on the winter storm.
Our teams in the field are doing a great job, but let's begin with meteorologist Scot Haney. And Scott, the snow has stopped falling now. It's the snow on the ground and the cold that are the problems.
Ooh, that cold is going to be vicious over the next 3 days. It's going to be tough out there. Hi, everybody. Good morning. First Alert Live radar finally dry. The snow is gone. You can see it pushing on into the open waters of the Atlantic. Visibility has returned to 10. And as we take a look at some of the snow totals, anywhere from 3 to 6 inches from Woodstock to Vernon, 5.2. in New Fairfield, down to 2 in Durham. So find your town, find your snow totals. Impressive as winter storms go. Not horrendous, but it is enough to snarl up those roads out there. Now we turn our attention to First Alert weather days. Monday, today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday. Whoa, coldest air of the season. Frigid temperatures. We're giving you that first alert. It's going to get really tough around here. We're talking about single-digit temperatures with wind chills between 5 and 15 degrees below zero. That's tough. 35 is the coldest average high from the 9th through the 30th. We're in the thick of it. I wish we could get to 35 today. We're only going to get to 25 right around Bradley. And you'll notice the feels like trend dipping below zero today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then it starts to moderate a little bit for Friday into Saturday. In the meantime, it's gorgeous out there in terms of the sky conditions, but let me tell you, move that snow off your sidewalks, patios, and decks, because it's going to freeze up. If you don't, you're going to be slipping and sliding on some ice if you don't get rid of it, so do it now. As we move through the day today, temperatures top out, 19 for Salisbury. Don't forget, these numbers are just that, numbers, but you got to factor in the wind, which is going to make it feel like it's in the single digits and teens through the day today. Your 7-day forecast is next. In the meantime, Kate, we'll say good morning to you.
All right, good morning to you, Scott. Good morning, everyone. If you are getting ready to head out the door here this morning, I know that a lot of folks have the day off from work. Kids don't have school here this morning due to the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. We're taking a look, though, at a couple of issues here. First alert, that top left-hand corner of your screen is in Manchester. That's along 84 westbound between exit 63 and 60. So right by the Buckland Hills area, right shoulder there is blocked off. You can see emergency crews on scene. Also, state police on scene in Rocky Hill. That's 91 northbound between exits 24 and 25. The left lane there is blocked off, and that's in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Lower left-hand corner, not a great view here, but this is in East Hartford. Just popped up Route 15 northbound between exits 91 and the end of the Route 15 northbound side. Right shoulder there blocked off. You can see it looks like state police just arriving there on the scene. And then Vernon, that's the lower right-hand corner of your screen. That's where we got the highest snow totals. That was the jackpot, 84 east and westbound there off of Hartford Turnpike by exit 65. Again, road conditions, you might see pavement, but that could be black ice. It could be very slick and slippery conditions. So just make sure that as you're heading out the door, if you need to be out and about, that you are really reducing those speeds. Slick underfoot and under tire. Your drive times, though, looking okay. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, our crews all across Connecticut have been fanning out, giving us a closer look at how Winter Storm Albatross and really its aftermath now have been impacting all of us.
Yep, you see Olivia Schuler there. She's your reporter live in Enfield. Olivia, you're sitting next to that big snow pile. Crews doing a pretty good job of cleaning up those parking lots?
You know, it's hard because there's snow all across Connecticut today, so they're spread pretty thin. But here in this parking lot of the Enfield Square Mall, it really doesn't look great, Kate. So take a look at the ground right now. Now that the sun is coming up, you can really see how beautiful it is, but it's also very dangerous as well. It looks like a plow hasn't come through here in quite some time, but they have enough to make this massive mound of snow here. So obviously they've come through, but then it continues to snow and there's a new layer on the ground, so they're doing the work. It's just that it takes time. I know today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so a lot of people have off from school. A lot of people are going to go shopping. So if you're coming over to the Enfield Square shopping center today, be careful. I don't know how long it's going to be like this out here, so just be mindful of that. I mean, this is a massive mound of snow that I could probably climb to the top, but then I'll be inside of it. So for the sake of TV, we'll leave that out. But this just goes to show how much snow these crews have been able to push out here. Now, we are right by the Raising Cane's. We met a group of teenagers that were working on shoveling the sidewalks out there, and they hopefully are in bed at this point, but earlier today, they had their work cut out for them.
You just gotta stay safe.
Should people wait to shovel this morning, or should they take action right away before it freezes over? What do you think?
You gotta get out of bed. You gotta get to it. You gotta shovel, you gotta take care of it. Don't worry about nothing for the rest of the day.
It's definitely time to shovel as you're waking up with us this morning, because once this snow freezes over, it gets extremely icy and then it is dangerous. And I wanted to pick up the snow just to show you. It's very powdery, very fluffy. It's that recipe for disaster in terms of slipping and sliding. So definitely be mindful of that. And as you heard right there, make sure you get out and you shovel and do so safely. Your reporter in Enfield, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Olivia. We are, of course, continuing our team coverage, staying on top of all those conditions all across the state for you as you wake up.
Owen Kingsley, you can see, is live right now in Weather Tracker 2. So, Owen, how is it looking in the Bristol area?
Well, more or less the same that we've been talking about. But Caitlin, you had mentioned earlier, just because you see pavement doesn't mean that it's not icy or slick. And you'll see that a lot of pavement, especially on some of the main roads in Bristol. We're going through some of the more residential neighborhoods. I'll give you a quick look out our front dashboard cam here, where you can see this is a very residential neighborhood here in Bristol. We're going up a bit of a steep hill right now, and you can see that road. It is little pavement, a lot of snow, a lot of freezing snow, sort of icing over at this point, in slick conditions. Be careful if you're driving around any of these residential neighborhoods that are getting less attention from the plows, less salt and sand and clearing of that snow. You'll see maybe some of the cars and things on the sides of the road. People are just starting to wake up, get their day started, clearing things off and starting that cleanup at home. Again, on the roads, and we're turning onto a little bit busier road now. This is a road obviously with two yellow lines. You'll see a little more pavement, a little more attention given to it this morning. These residential neighborhoods definitely getting less attention and a little slick, but these busy roads, again, the pavement, regardless of what you can actually see on the road, it is just slippery, dangerous conditions out there right now this morning. Continue to follow around this greater Bristol area. We'll continue bringing you updates, and we're coming up on some more of the main roads. But again, that pavement, just because you can see, doesn't mean that it's not going to be slick and slippery. So make sure to slow down if you're heading anywhere today on this holiday Monday. Your reporter live in Bristol, driving around, Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Oh, thank you. The DOT is also very busy right now dealing with the aftermath of Winter Storm Albatross, and they say improved staffing is helping them clear the roads more quickly.
Yeah, we heard from Josh Morgan with CTDOT just a short time ago. You can check the WFSB app for all the latest information there, but we have told you in the past about plow driver shortages. Back in 2022, there were 190 openings, now just 70, so some improvement.
That is a big improvement for sure, and with more storms potentially on the way this season, you never know. The DOT is trying some new ways to fill some of those positions, including helping people get their commercial driver's licenses.
We actually have some new programs we're rolling out to cover the cost for that, to try to bring people in, pay for their training. But it's not just us. We're in competition with the towns and cities of Connecticut who are trying to hire plow drivers.
Officials say they hope fewer people will be out on the roads because of today's holiday.
And it's always a great time to download our First Alert weather app, but today would be particularly timely. We'll bring you the very latest weather alerts. You can scan the QR code on your screen and get that vital information right in the palm of your hand. Also happening this morning, President-elect Donald Trump will be taking the oath of office, becoming the 47th President of the United States.
Yeah, it looks like we're taking a live view there of the Capitol Rotunda. Today's inauguration has been moved inside because of cold weather there. Your Washington correspondent, Ashanti Ford, is in D.C. with what you can expect for all those ceremonies.
The oath of office, which serves as the official transfer of power, is at noon today at the nation's capital, ushering in 4 days of inaugural events. The ceremonies kicked off Saturday with a firework display in celebration at Trump National Golf Course in Sterling, Virginia. On Sunday, after a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, he held a Make America Great Again rally and a candlelight dinner. Today, after a church service and a visit to the White House, President-elect Trump will officially be sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. The swearing-in will be followed with a final farewell to President Biden. The new president and first lady will then attend a parade on Pennsylvania Avenue. Now this evening, there will be several inaugural balls to welcome back President Trump and the First Lady into the White House. In the nation's capital, I'm Ashanti Ford.
Shanti, thank you. And of course, you can watch the inauguration festivities right here on Channel 3.
Yeah, coverage starts at 9 o'clock over on CBS, so WFSB. And here on the Wax, we'll be giving you a great day at 9 a.m.
All right. Two great options.
7-Eleven.
Oh, get a coffee.
Yeah, time to get some coffee. Absolutely. I'm ready, Kate. You just got to get out there and get it.
Yeah, me too.
17.
I've been ready since 3 o'clock.
17 is a popular number this morning. We've got a few at Bradley, Tolland, Hartford, Brainerd, 17 in Meriden, Norwich, Danbury, all at 17. That's 1 degree below the average out there, which is not horrendous, but we are down almost 19 degrees in a good portion of inland Connecticut. That is tough. Wind speeds sustained right now, 5 to 7 to 13 to 14, with some gusts to 24 and 25. This is what it feels like. Triple zeros in Salisbury. It's a hat trick in Torrington, Waterbury, all goose eggs this morning with single digits all across the state. You got to bundle up this morning. Our forecast for today calls for temperatures in the upper teens, low 20s, morning sun giving way to afternoon cloud coverage with maybe an afternoon snow shower. Tomorrow is another frigid day, as is Wednesday, 3 First Alert weather days in a row.